Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the first video I'm filming in 2017, and I wanted to start off this video by just thanking you guys so much for the most amazing 2016. There have definitely been some crazy ups and downs throughout the year, but overall it's been such an amazing year for the journey of my YouTube channel and social media, and I'm just so grateful for that. So I'm really excited to see what 2017 brings, but before it gets too far into January, I really wanted to share the best and worst beauty products that I have bought in 2016. So if you guys want to see the products that I think were the best and the worst of the year, then just keep on watching. So really quickly before we jump into talking about the products, I just want to tell you guys I am getting sick. I'm coming down with something and I have a little bit of shortness of breath and I'm a little stuffed up, so if I sound weird, I'm really sorry. I'm really hoping I can kick this to the curb and get rid of this cold before it interferes with filming or anything, but I wanted to film this video today regardless, so I'm sorry if I sound any different. So the way I think I'm going to divide this up is I'm going to talk about the best products first, and then towards the end of the video I will talk about what I thought was not very good and didn't work out for me. So hopefully you guys don't mind hearing both. I really have loved a lot of products this year, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the prices and where you can buy all of these down in the description so I can save some time and hopefully this video won't be too awful long. First, I'm going to talk about the best face products of 2016. It was a little bit difficult for me to pick a foundation because I have tried a bunch of them, but none of them have really been miracle products for me. But the best that I've tried out of 2016 was definitely the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. I did a review on this a month ago, and that is when I picked it up, and it's been in the end of 2016, but it beats out all of the other foundations that I've tried. I do have a foundation that I didn't like in 2016 that I will be showing you, but this one I really loved. It's a full coverage foundation, but it still gives you a dewy finish. I'm wearing it today. It just matches me really well. I got the shade Natural, and I had to give this a little shout out because I really have been loving it, and I'm glad that I discovered it in the year of 2016, and I will keep on using it in this year. I do not have a primer to show you because I am still trying a bunch of primers, and all of the ones that I've used for a very, very long time, like the Benefit Porefessional, the Smashbox Pore Minimizing. None of them I bought in 2016, and I haven't really played around with a lot of new primers, so if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, but I don't really feel very strongly about any of them to include them in the best of 2016. They're just really good pore filling ones, the ones that I use, but nothing too extreme or special about them. So I'm going to jump over to the best concealer. This is a more expensive concealer. I had been using my Maybelline Fit Me, and I still use that concealer on a regular basis, just day to day. But when I'm filming or doing a full face of makeup and I really want my concealer to brighten up my under eyes and hide everything and not be crepey or wrinkly, I use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I picked up mine in the shade Light Neutral. I'm sure you've heard everyone and their mother talk about this concealer on YouTube, and it's for a good reason. It actually even smells good. It has a really good big doe foot applicator. It has the perfect amount of coverage, and it doesn't cake up and get dry underneath your eyes. So I know that this can be a little bit hard to get your hands on. It was sold out for a really long time. I personally buy mine from the Ulta website, and it was in stock last time I checked. But if you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. It is a very good concealer. And again, it's definitely going to be a favorite for the beginning of this year because I've been using it nonstop. And it's just a really good product overall. So in 2016, in my regular day-to-day routine, sometimes I want to try to shape up my cheeks because I have big cheeks. So I've been cream contouring after I do my foundation. And for that, I've been using the Amazing Cosmetics Perfection Stick. This is in the shade Deep, and if you guys could see this, do you see? I've used the whole tip of it. It is a screw up product and there's a lot of product in there, but the whole crayon tip I've used, and this has been a really perfect product for just carving out my cheeks a little bit, blending it out with my foundation brush or my beauty blender, and the shade Deep is just a perfect warm toned bronze color. So I really recommend this if you guys want to try a cream contour that's very easy to work with. Sometimes when you're dipping into palettes with brushes, it can be really difficult and tedious tedious, but this one you just draw onto your face and it's very creamy and blendable, so this has definitely been a favorite of the year. So I'm going to move on to my favorite highlighters of 2016. These are highlighters that did come out in 2016, so I'm not really sure. I have so many highlighters, you guys. So I had a very hard time narrowing down highlights because if you guys know me, you know I'm just so obsessed with all highlighters. I have a huge collection of highlighters. They're all my little makeup children, and it's so hard for me to pick which ones I liked best, but there were some amazing releases from 2016 that I think are definitely worth showing. So I'm going to start off with one of my favorites. This is the Anastasia Glow Kit. Anastasia has a bunch of glow kits. I'm a huge fan of most of them, but this is the Sun Dipped Glow Kit. I've really liked this one. I like the Sweets one and the That Glow. I just had to pick one to show. I really enjoy the glow kits that are 4 pans like this. I do like the Moonchild Glow Kit as well, but for me that's not an everyday favorite product. But these ones are definitely everyday, amazing, creamy formulas. These are just the perfect amount of glow. You can build them up and make them very intense, or you can use them for a very subtle highlight if you don't put a lot on. So the Sun Dipped Glow Kit and the other glow kits that have 4 highlights have definitely been a favorite of 2016. For a very intense highlight, I've been loving the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. This is in the shade Moonlight. This is the only shade that I have, and this is just so beautiful, you guys. For me, the best way to apply these is dropping a little on the back of my hand and then picking it up with a damp beauty blender and putting it on the high points of my face. I love these. Moonlight is my favorite shade. It's just so beautiful. I have swatches of it on my Instagram if you guys want to go check that out. It's just the most intense highlight that I found in 2016. Definitely the most intense, but it's a little bit difficult to work with. So I have another highlighter that is a powder form that is also a very intense highlighter. But I highly recommend this, and it will really last a long time because you barely need anything. They're super intense on their own. And another thing actually that I like to use this for is mixing it with foundation to get a very luminous, glowy finish to your foundation. So these are very versatile, and I just really like the concept of them. And I kind of want to go get every shade now, but Moonlight is definitely my favorite. So the powder highlight that I've been loving for 2016 is the Ofra Cosmetics Beverly Hills Highlighter. This is just a gem. Mine is very dirty because I have used this thing to death, but I have this on today. This has really been my favorite highlighter of the year, maybe my favorite highlighter of all time, you guys, which is saying a lot from me. I love this highlighter for so many reasons. It has 5 colors here, so you really can change up your look. You can blend them together and have an amazing highlight. What I normally do is blend these 2 colors right here. It's like a champagne color and then a white gold color, and that's what I did today on my cheekbone. This highlighter is an absolute must-have. If there's any highlighter from 2016 that I feel like you guys need in your collection, it's this one. This would work with so many different skin tones, and once you feel the formula of this, you will fall in love and you will not regret it. I feel like it's worth it because it comes with so many colors in here, but as always, you guys can use my code for Ofra and get 30% off if you guys are interested in anything from them. But I had to mention this. Obviously, I've loved the heck out of it. I need to go ahead and get another one because the pan is all dirty. I've swirled them all together, and I'm sure I'll hit pan on this soon. And it might be my first highlighter I ever hit pan on. So yeah, that says something coming from me. Now moving on to eyes, I tried my best to narrow it down to one eyeshadow palette. You guys know I've done many reviews on eyeshadow palettes this year. I've loved so many of them, but my favorite by far was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Makeup by Mario palette. Oh, you guys, this palette is just so beautiful, and I'm so sorry that I'm talking about it if you guys don't have it, because it was very limited edition. I don't know if it will ever come back. I don't think it will, but oh my god, do you guys see those colors? I did a review on this palette and I said everything I needed to say over there, but I am in love with this palette. I really regret not buying a backup. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but I've almost hit pan on the shades Kim, Fifth Ave, and Marina because I use them so often. And when I have a palette that I can dip into any color and feel comfortable wearing it any day of the week, that moves to the top of my list, and that is why I love this palette so much. So I hope you got your hands on it, and if you didn't, I hope that someday they bring it back, and it's just so beautiful. I can't wait to see what else is in store for Anastasia, because this was my favorite eyeshadow palette from them, so they've really been stepping it up, I think. Definitely a favorite. I love this so much, and I guarantee I hit pan on so many colors in 2017. It's so sad. I really wish I picked up another. If any of you guys don't want yours, send them to my address. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have to say anything else. I just love it. Next, for the eyes, this is a discovery of 2016. I don't know if it just came out in 2016 or not, but you guys, if you haven't listened to me already about these eyelashes, you need to listen to me. If you guys are watching me right now and wondering, ooh, what eyelashes is she wearing? These are the Ardell Studio Effects Wispies, and you need them in your life. I think that they're $5.99. I always link them in my tutorials. I'm wearing them today. God, I need like 100 pairs of these. Sometimes they're sold out, and that makes me very depressed, but I'll try to link them. I buy them from Ulta Beauty. They might be exclusive to Ulta. Don't go buy the regular Wispies and think that that's what I'm talking about. These are the Studio Effects Wispies. So there's a big difference because these are layered. They're created by makeup artists. They're very different than the Wispies. I do love the regular Wispies, but nothing compares to the Studio Effects ones. I also really like the Studio Effects Demi Wispies. Anything Studio Effects, go pick it up if you can, and definitely a favorite. You guys, I wear them in every single video pretty much, so had to shout these out. So the next best beauty product from 2016 results from none of my friends and family or you guys telling me that I had too uneven eyebrows for the whole year of 2015. So I knew they were uneven, I just didn't know how to fix them. So for the year of 2016, it's been the year of fixing my eyebrows, but that is all thanks to the Anastasia Dip Brow and Ka-Brow by Benefit. So these two are pomades, and they're for your brows, and I just build up my arches, even them out, and I've really been loving both of these brow products. Maybe I will do a comparison video if you want to hear my thoughts on what I think about these versus each other, but I really have loved both of them. My Dip Brow is in the shade Dark Brown, and my Ka-Brow is in the shade 5. So I really recommend this for anyone with natural uneven brows because yes, I have natural full brows, but they needed to be evened out, and that's what I did with these. And also with thick bushy brows, you need a brow gel. I learned it the hard way because I had a hair down on my eyelid and I had to scrap a video. You guys, I'm never gonna let that go. But I've been using the Cella Clear Brow Gel every single day, and also the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is in the shade 5 as well, and this is a tinted brow gel, so it will fill in these sparse areas that you might have in your eyebrows. All of these brow products are holy grails. I need them in my life. I will repurchase them every single time I run out of one. You guys, if you have natural bushy brows and you don't know how to shape them, it's time to pick up the brow products. I know I am guilty of thinking that my natural full brows don't need any help. They needed help. So I got the help that I needed, and all of these brow products are definitely the best of 2016. So in 2016, I have really been introduced to liquid lipsticks. You guys know I've done a million videos on liquid lipsticks, but I did narrow it down to 2 of my favorite brands. It was really hard because, I mean, I have a lot of liquid lipsticks. So I have my favorite 2 brands in front of me, and we're going to talk about the one that I have the most of first. And you guys probably know Ofra Cosmetics has definitely been on my list for 2016. I reach for these all the time. I have every color I could ever need. I feel like it's just the most beautiful formula. It's very hydrating. It doesn't dry me out, but it lasts a really long time, and these also smell really good. So I really love these. They're very opaque. I don't have any complaints. If I had to narrow down my favorite shades from this collection, I would say my Manny MUA Aries color, the Staten Island Cool Tone shade that I showed you in my New Year's Eve tutorial, and also Miami Fever from Kathleen Lights. I don't have it in front of me. I don't know where it went, but I love that color so much. It's a beautiful burnt orange color. So you guys probably could have guessed that this was going to be on my list because these are just so high quality and I really highly recommend them. And I love Ofra as a brand. I love so many of their products, but really love their liquid lipsticks and also their highlighters, so I had to mention them. And in 2016, I've been introduced to one of the best liquid lipstick brands, and this is Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour liquid lipsticks. I obviously have a ton of these. Thanks to Jeffree, I did buy some of them, and some of them were sent to me, but I'm in love with this formula. I'm actually wearing this one on my lips today. This is Mannequin. I love his nudes. I feel like they're just such beautiful colors. I also have the entire Christmas collection up top. I have videos on a lot of these, so if you guys want to check them out, go ahead. But I highly recommend them. I think they're really beautiful. He has his formula down pat. It's a beautiful formula. They last forever. It's a very thin consistency when you put it on, so it's very comfortable. The wands are really nice, and some of them have a really cool root beer smell, and then some of them are unscented. But look at that packaging. You can't beat that packaging. And I love everything about these. So those are my favorite liquid lipsticks of 2016. And now we're going to move on and talk about the worst products of 2016 in my humble opinion. So if you guys think I'm being a negative Nancy by telling you I don't like something, you can go ahead and leave right now. I won't be mad at you. But if you do want to learn from my mistakes, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with one that might be a shock to some people. I did review this and I did like it at first, but I can't with this foundation. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. When I first bought this, I believe I bought the shade 6.0 or 7.0 because I just got back from my cruise and I was really tan and I thought I needed a tan foundation. Boy, was I wrong. Just go ahead and watch that video. Nobody laughed at me either, but I laughed at myself because that was so bad. But I went back, I exchanged it for my actual shade, which is 5.0, and this just has a quality that I cannot get past. It's a beautiful, beautiful foundation. The coverage is immaculate. It just makes you look so nice. But then once it dries, it oxidizes like 5 or 6 shades darker. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, I wish I was. You just can't find your color in this. I just feel like there's nothing I can do because if I get my foundation on and it's super light, I'm not gonna just expect it to darken up to my color. I just don't know how to work around that. It oxidizes like crazy. So it makes me orange, it makes me way too dark, and it looks beautiful at first. It just tricks me. And another thing is it's a very matte foundation, which I do like sometimes, but it doesn't perform well with other products on your face. So if you put this on and you let it mattify, even if you set it with a powder, you cannot really contour without it becoming sloppy and skipping and chopping on your face, if you know what I mean. It just doesn't blend well with other products, and once it's on, you can't really fix up any areas of your face. So definitely not a favorite for me, and unfortunately, I just don't like this very much. It was one of the worst products for me that I've tried. It was $40, so I do feel like I kind of wasted my money. I did use about that much, and I will try to continue using this, but probably in the summer when the rest of my body is very dark, so I can get away with using it. Even though the color 5.0 right here matches me perfectly, once it dries, it's way too tan. It just looks not good, and I kind of am fed up because I already exchanged it for a lighter shade and I didn't really want to go back and get an even lighter shade that would look way too light putting it on and then darken up. You know what I'm saying. So those are my thoughts on this foundation. Next up, we have an eyeshadow palette, and you guys, I'm just gonna tell you because you can't talk about anything Kylie Cosmetics without someone getting so offended and just jumping down your throat and calling you a hater. Let me just tell you my thoughts on Kylie Cosmetics. I love some of her products. I really do. They're really great. And I love Kylie Jenner. I think she's an icon. She's beautiful. She's like, can I be her? You know? But I don't like the Holiday Edition eyeshadow palette. And I'm sure that's not a shocker to those of you who've seen my review. These are just too dry. So I think I've come to the conclusion that that's the problem. They're not buttery enough. They're very dry, so they have a lot of fallout. They're not opaque. It's just, for me, they don't work. I'm sure some of you have gotten them to work and loved this palette, but that's all I'm going to say about that. I really don't like the formula of this one. I really love the burgundy palette, and I am going to try the peach palette. I feel like I have a lot more luck with her permanent items. So it's a no from me. I really don't like this, and it's one of my regrets from 2016. So that's all I'm going to say. I don't like this palette. Talking about products that you don't like is always hard because there's always someone who's going to get offended. So please don't get offended by this next one. If you did watch my review, I'm sure you know my thoughts. So many people got mad at me about this, but I'm just telling you my honest thoughts. This is my next worst beauty product, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ultimate Glow Kit. I am not a fan of this glow kit. I told you in my review, I just feel like these powders are not the same as my favorite glow kits, and that is why I wanted to tell you in the beginning of this video that the glow kits with the 4 shades are the best, and then this one just did not work out for me at all. I should have returned it. I made the mistake of not returning it. It doesn't work out for me. The best color in here is Snow, and that's a little bit too light for my skin tone. So wasn't a fan. It's too chunky. The glitter is too much, and there's not enough base in these products for my taste. So this is another no from me. It's another regret of the year, and I wouldn't be surprised if this went on sale somewhere because it's just not good. It's not good, you guys. So I'm sorry. If you guys love it, I'm more than happy for you. And I really am glad that some people do love it, but I'm not a huge fan of that chunky glitter, and I really just am in love with the other glow kits. So when I got this one, I was kind of offended because I'm just such a huge fan of the other glow kits that I couldn't get past the new formula. I don't think that they will go with this formula again because I think a lot of people had negative thoughts about it. So hopefully they will go back to their creamy, beautiful, buttery glow kits, and I will pick them up for sure. So my very last item that was a total miss for 2016, none of you will be surprised by, and I don't know, I just kind of feel weird about this because at the same time, the experience I had with sharing my thoughts about this product got me so many of you guys on my channel, like so many of you are watching me because I hated this product. So I'm sure you know what it is. This is Kylie Cosmetics Kai Majesty Metal. Let me tell you, this was so bad. You guys know. It's my most popular video. I'm sure you guys have seen it. I saved it for this video, and this little guy is going bye-bye. For one thing, this is the half-empty one. So it was half empty. I hated the formula. It looked so bad on the lips. There's nothing cute about this. I would rather create this color with a beautiful black liquid lipstick from Ofra and top it with Anastasia's Moonchild Glow Kit and get a beautiful effect that way. This was just a total miss, and you guys know my thoughts on this. So that is my last worst beauty product of 2016. We're leaving all of the bad beauty products in the past, and we're going to try out a bunch of new products this year. So thank you guys for being here and watching my channel. I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing what I loved and what I hated in the year of 2016. Please don't get offended if you guys liked something that I disliked. Everyone's different and everyone likes different things, and I'm very happy for you if you did like some of the things I didn't like, and if you didn't like some of the things that I did like, let me know. I'd love to hear why, and I won't get offended, so please don't get offended with me. I think that that's all that I have to say for this video. I'm going to leave all the information that I can down in the description box for you. I apologize if anything is discontinued, like the Anastasia eyeshadow palette. It's out of my control how much I love that thing. I wish it would come back, but I don't think that it will. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everything that you have done for me in 2016. I really look forward to 2017 and what it might bring. So please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new videos every single week, and I don't plan on stopping in 2017. Thank you guys for being here, and I will hopefully see you all in my next video. Bye.